Welcome back, Kitchen Sink family members. Welcome. I'm excited. After introducing the vlog, walking this mountain of life, we're excited. Remember, my desire was to reach 1,000 subscribers, by year end. I'm still on it, guys. We can do this. Let's share these videos and let's subscribe. It's for free, guys. You already have your bundle, and with it, watch, subscribe, comment on the videos. Thank you so much. I am excited as I come. Sometimes I realize my voice is a bit deep, and so sometimes I wonder, do people really see that I'm excited? But I'm happy. I'm truly grateful. Thank you, Kitchen Sink family members. Thank you for your support. You're an amazing family, and we are growing. We are truly growing together. Today, I decided for us to discuss issues that, everyday issues, just like we did when we were walking, everyday issues that affect us, that affect our families. Something that I have come to realize that, look, it's not like people didn't tell us. It's not like people didn't talk about it with us. It was addressed, but for some reason, I just didn't pick it. I've said it before. This one, I'll keep coming back to it. Because I think sometimes, even the younger people, I wish you could open your ears to hear when these things are being taught or shared, whether, in the family setting, whether it's a church, or just in the community where people gather. Whenever these things are being discussed, in our culture, even at a funeral, life issues are discussed, life-changing lessons are given in those setups that if you listen, it will benefit you for the rest of your life. We even have a Shona verb which says, "Panurairwa mwana wa mambo muranda terera." It simply means, when a prince is being tutored or advised or trained, if you are a servant in the neighborhood, listen. It will make you the wiser in your own life. So it's like one of those, a sit down, obviously. And I share this passionately because I must acknowledge and be vulnerable. I have not always taken the lessons in the best way possible, in the sense that I believe if I had taken those lessons to heart and allow myself to do those lessons, to practice those lessons, I believe today my life could have been way better. I'm grateful for my life. I'm content with where we are in life. But I'm saying we could have been in an even better place. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I want us to discuss these things. And I will try and discuss sometimes why we legitimize our inability to comply with such a teaching or such a training or such a conversation or such a discussion, so that at least it will help us. So to my young friends and people that keep me going, the young adults, the phenomenal age group between the ages of 35 to 49, you give me life, you keep me, on the go in my life. This is the age, this is the time to build your retirement portfolio. It is not easy. It was not easy for us. It has not been easy for us, but it doesn't pay for us to keep talking about the difficulties and not looking at the opportunities that you could, what's the English word? That you could grab and run with for your own selves. You really can do that. And one such thing, I know I said it in some video, but I don't think I gave it its value that it deserves. So I would like us to discuss, building one's retirement portfolio, starting from day one when you begin to earn income. Don't wait. Don't wait. If you wait too long, it will become a crisis. One fundamental issue that you have to build around yourself is your own spirituality. You really have to make up your mind and give your life to Jesus. Receive him as Lord and Savior in your life. Begin to live life in relationship with Jesus Christ, his word and the Holy Spirit. It helps as you live life. I was just going to say in Shona, it helps as you go. I always tell people, praying helps, worshiping God helps, fellowshipping with believers helps. It has been proven in psychology that if you belong to a group consistently, the infusions that come as you relate with other people, they will bring life to you, and you will be a much better person than you could have been if you would live life alone. So start when you are young. Don't look for a church so that the church will bury you. It begins much earlier, much earlier, and live that life, voluntarily, and you will find you will enjoy life. Whatever time you have, devote some of your time to seeking after God. Devote some of your time to going to church. I know there are those who will go to church for the crossover service. One is coming very soon. Then after that, we will go to church at Easter. Then followed by we will go to church at Christmas. Brilliant times to be in fellowship with everybody. But it's also very, very important that at some point you make up your mind how you want to live life, to take care of that spirituality, that spiritual, emptiness that can exist in your life. So I'm saying, as part of your retirement portfolio, one thing that I must take care of is my spirituality. You have to take care of your spirituality. And I have a scripture for this. Bible says in Psalms 92, verse 13 and 14, those who are planted in the house of the Lord shall flourish in the courts of our God. They shall still bear fruit in old age. They shall be fresh and flourishing. Those who are planted in the house of the Lord. That's why I'm saying, find time to fellowship with other people. Be planted in the house of the Lord, and then you will flourish, in the courts of our God, and then you will bear fruit even in old age. So it's part of your, portfolio package. You need to take care of your spirituality. In Shona, it says, Mapsarima 92, ndima 13 and 14, akarurama achamera somuchindwe, achakura somusidhari paRebhironi. Vakasimwa mumba maJehovha vachakura muvazhe dzamwari wedu. Vacharamba vachibereka zvibereko pakukwegura kwavo. Vachava vanyoro navatsva. It's like it's got a way of renewing you. When you relate with people, when you're in fellowship with people, it renews you, and you don't carry this old, wasted, used type of demeanor when you encounter people. Very, very important. In Shona, I read from verse 12, but the key scriptures are from 13, that vakasimwa mumba maJehovha vachakura muvazhe dzamwari wedu. Vacharamba vachibereka zvibereko pakukwegura kwavo. Vachava vanyoro navatsva. Hallelujah. Don't be too dry of a person. We can do better. And our God is a good God in that regards. Second thing that we need to take care of as part of your retirement portfolio is physical wellness, physical and mental wellness. This can never be overemphasized. The other day, we showed you a video walking. Many more will be coming. They are going to be conversations of us walking, taking care of the physical side of life. In a way, as we talk, as we walk, you're also taking care of the mental side of life, where we allow ourselves to empty whatever it is that is heavy laden on us. You empty it to other people. You share, your burden with other people, and they'll be able to share in carrying that burden with you. Today, the issue of mental illness is on the rise in our communities, and worse as we are growing older. Much more we are seeing the elderly, having dementia. These are conditions once upon a time that we thought to belong to certain races and not us. But they are so rampant now, it's almost like a pandemic, the issue of dementia. And when you listen at people when they are talking, people are angry. They lived with bitterness for so long. They lived with unforgiveness for so long. They lived with, frustration, unmet needs for so long. And when you are old and tired, you can't process life the same. Those things, it's like they keep dogging you, and now your mind is distorted and you can't think straight. And you end up being diagnosed as being demented. How we would that we start to take care of the physical side of our lives, take care of the mental side of our lives, walking, running, going to the gym, exercise at home, whatever you have to do, keep doing it. One nutritionist said to me, Mama, you don't have to exert your body, when you're exercising. What's important is keep your body in motion long enough, on a regular basis, and the body will benefit from that. So whatever it takes for us to keep ourselves fit, let's do it. For some people, I said it's running, it's jogging, it's the gym, it's walking, it's those exercises that people do with music, whatever it is for you. Let's go ahead and doing it. 2 things I've said so far: the spiritual side of your life, physical and mental side of your life. This includes emotional as well. Let's grow up taking care of our emotional side. Don't bottle up. Don't consider yourself to be a hero and bottle up things that you can't contain. Deal with issues as you go. On the go, be dealing with issues. Hey, let's agree, Kitchen Sink family members, we are dealing with issues as we go. And to deal with issues does not always mean confronting human beings with your issues. Sometimes it only means confronting yourself with issues that are troubling you. Even if it includes another human being, it might not be, the wiser thing to do to confront a person. But if you confront it in yourself, you can resolve issues about other people on your own in life. Let me tell you, you can do it. You don't necessarily have to confront other people. Confront yourself first. Ask yourself, why am I feeling the way I'm feeling with what they have said? Couldn't I have felt any better? If so, how could I have made myself feel better even when someone is ridiculing me? Are there ways of doing what do I need to do to protect myself so that I'm not at the mercy of these ridicules? And before you know it, you are the stronger. People will keep ridiculing you, but you are the stronger. David even says, allow this young man to throw stones at me. Who knows, maybe the Lord has agreed. Why? How could he do that? He had developed thick skin. And I'm always reminded of a sermon that I listened to many years ago, that ours is to develop thick skin and a heart of flesh. That's what the Lord needs, not to have a soft skin and people can't even come near you. So let's do that. Spiritual and physical, mental, emotional wellness, very important. The other part of our portfolio, which unfortunately is what we always see. I learned something as we were walking, we will discuss it on one of the walks, that there's no point in getting a lot of money and failing to eat that money or partake of that, the joys that come with it, because you are not well, you are sick. There is no point. So it's very important that even when you are taking care of the economic part of your portfolio, you yourself are in a good physical, mental, emotional well-being. You're in a good spiritual well-being for you to enjoy the economical side of your portfolio. This one, unfortunately, is what the majority of us will see in our old age. We will see that you are suffering economically. We will see that you have no money, basically. We will see that some people are having to take care of you. Some people are having to meet your medical bills, for example, because maybe you were not prepared as you would have been. But it is very important that this particular aspect of our portfolio is taken care of. I mean, I've just been talking, we're laughing with the guys in here that these things can be done. I know it sounds complicated, but today I'm telling you the truth. If you go home to the village, rural area, improve your homestead. I want to put a picture of our Goromonzi homestead. I hope we have the before and after. We didn't even rebuild anything on that homestead. We just revamped it, and it gave it a fresh look. And you can begin to do projects on land that is free to you. The bulk of rural areas have electricity not very far from where you are. If there is no electricity, solarize, guys, and begin to do projects on free land. If you do not have an upcountry or a kumusha to go and do these things, these areas around the big cities, they are still reasonably priced. You can do it. You can do it. Everyone can do it. I'm saying this because I belong to one such rural area where no one in there will ask you whether you have a master's program or the size of your pocket. Everybody deserves to be given a piece of land. And with any size piece of land, it's up to you what you can achieve with it. If you don't have it on your own where you were born, you can get it through your husband. You can get land even through your uncles. Everyone can get land and begin to work that land to your benefit, because farming is crucial. We are an agro-based economy. Whatever you grow, you will find people to buy your product. The other thing is, if you can real estate, I was shocked to see that even in the rural areas, people are renting houses. People are renting rooms, with projects. So don't look down on what you have and always emulate what other people have. Work with what you have. Work with what you have. I've told you the story of my relative, from my mother-in-law's side, who at a growth point, which is a rural town, a rural village, the center of the village there, it's like a town. It's, there's shops there. Life is bustling in that area, and they allocate stands around there. My relative has 3 houses in that place, and once upon a time, one of those houses was being rented by the United Nations affiliate bodies, and from Norway they were earning a salary. The other one was being rented by students from a nearby school. You can make money anywhere in your life, and make sure that your economic retirement portfolio is healthy, so that when you grow older, like I'm growing old every day, you're not jealousy of these young people that, with new money, theirs glitters, ours, is silent. But whatever the case, you need to grow that thing. How do you grow this part of your portfolio? You have to have the right attitude. Stop living life like others. Live your own life in your own lane. Do the best you can. If you can't do it in a big city, consider a small one. If you can't do it there, consider the rural area. Anyway, where you do it, you will get a livelihood. I said it, farming. If you have loads of it, there are monetary instruments through which you can invest. You can check in your country, you can check even here in Zimbabwe. You can check with the banks. Go to your banks and find out, what can I do with my money to invest so that I can get more money? They will tell you many instruments that are allowed and legitimate even here in Zimbabwe. So we have talked about 3: the spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, the economic one. That's very, very important. The other one, guys, is crucial. This is what our parents grew up on. They usually did just these 2, the 2 S's. the spiritual and the social. That was if any elderly person of my parents and beyond, they knew their God. I like it even when Paul talks to Timothy about his grandmother, his own mother. It also existed in the majority of cultures. There's a generation who were very spiritual and their social networks were very, very strong. And yet as you come nearer and nearer and even past my age, our social networks are so weak. Guys, this is how you survive in life. Once upon a time, it didn't matter that my own children were the ones to take care of me. As long as I'm part of a community, I became, the one to be taken care of by the whole community. An aunt, son, daughter, an uncle, son, daughter, a community son. We have an example in Zimbabwe, which is where I come from. I mean, we are in Harare, I'm always telling you. There's a young, I'm hoping one of these days I'll get to interview him. He's a good old friend of mine, Phil Mataranyika. Phil Mataranyika started a funeral services branded Nyaradzo, funeral services. And a few years ago, we went to bury a relative's father in a village near his village. And what I was told there just was mind-blowing. I don't know if they still do it, but that time, any person who died in his village, in his ward, in his village, they provided a coffin. It didn't matter who it was. So just belonging to that community, you benefited a decent burial. And some of us, we are so disregarding of these things. You have no connection with where you were born, where your fathers were born, where your grandfathers were born. And yet there are benefits if you are linked to those places. You have no connection with your own family. Father, mother, son, daughter. There is breakdown within that nuclear family. And when you are old, no one wants to take care of you. But all I'm trying to say is while they are young, they are growing up. Fathers, do not exasperate your children. You will need for them to take care of you. Mothers, do not exasperate your daughters. Ensure that you forge good, healthy family relationships, strong family ties. It will cause them to look back and see you in your condition and want to help you. But if when they were younger, you were not nice, you were absent from them, you were abusive, they will not want to take care of you in old age. May the Lord help us. Friendships. I'll always tell you about friendships. I have benefited from strong friendships. Don't be changing friends every season. In January is this one. In December is that one. Middle of the year is another one. No. Manage what God has blessed you with. Because there's a friend who sticks closer than a brother. And that friend will be with you throughout life. Kitchen Sink family members, we are one, we are tight. Let's take care of our own and let's belong to each other. If at all you can't do it in these ways, family is not there, friendships, you are not so good, go to church. Go to church, be part of a church community. Belong. Some churches demand membership. Register, become a member. Some churches don't. They just want to see you participate. Do that. Whatever you do, however you do it. Forge strong relationships with people around you, and it will help you. In your community, some communities are very good. Now we have these, what do they call them? Closed neighborhoods. Community neighborhoods where they are gated communities. Be part of that community. Be a good neighbor in that community. Don't be the hard-hearted one, the headstrong one. Allow yourself to become a part of that community and work with everyone in that community. When you are not well and you are part of a community, you can call on anyone and they'll take care of you. But if you are a difficult person, everyone will disregard you. 4 things that we talked about on this video. Take care of your spirituality. Very, very important in your old age. Take care of your economical needs. Find ways and means of investing such that when you are old and you are not able to work, there will be income coming. And I told you that this income can come from farms, it can come from real estate, it can come from monetary investments, but it has to be coming because you will need it all the way through. And take care of your social needs. Belong to a strong family. Be the peace corps in your family so that you are united as one. Be a good friend, the best you can. Belong to a church, belong to a community. Be a good neighbor in your community, and everyone will take care of everyone. I really think this is very, very important. And all my young people, this is actually meant for you. Start now. We will tweak certain things in old age. I'll talk about it in another video. What to do in retirement when time comes and things are not making sense. But before we get there, let's prepare on our journey. And don't always think you don't have money. If you can afford to eat out, you have the money. Because a lot of the things that are needed for farming, to build a house, to do this and that, some of those things are cheap things that you can buy and keep. Buy and keep your door frames, window frames, buy and keep. And when the time comes, you're not starting from zero. Guys, we can do this. Relook at yourself. What can you do to ensure that you are making progress towards financial, stability, financial liberty, financial empowerment in your life? We can do this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's meet again in the next video. We will be walking. The next video, we're going to be walking. So we'll be walking, sitting, walking, sitting, walking, sitting, going forward. But thank you so much. Please comment, like, subscribe, share these links. Subscribe. It's for free. We want to hit 1,000 subscribers by year end. Thank you so much. Bye.